Welcome back to Mark Your Calendar. I'm your host, Kiahnna Patterson, and I'm joined with Charlene Mooring and Letitia Wilson. Now, we are excited to talk about Creepy for a Cause. It's at the end of the month in October on Halloween. So why did you feel like this was the important event that you wanted to take?
Well, it is our inaugural event from the Mooring Community Foundation, and most people who know me know that food insecurity, that's really big. And with 1 out of 8 households right here in Hampton Roads suffering from some level of they do not know where their next meal is coming from, we felt like this was the time. The need is up and the resources are down for most of the food banks as well as their sister agencies. So we thought, what better way to forget about Thanksgiving and Christmas? Let's get a jump start on it and let's have a little fun doing it.
Okay, I love the name. How did you come up with the name Creepy for a Cause?
Well, Creepy for a Cause because nothing's scarier than an empty plate. And that is so true. We're gonna get creepy, we're gonna dress up, we're gonna have a good time, but we're gonna also remember that we're gonna raise money for the Food Bank of Southeastern Virginia and Eastern Shore and for Village Family, but we're also gonna be creepy for a cause. We're really gonna engage the community and tell them a lot more about why food insecurity is so real right here in Hampton Roads.
Letitia, I know that you are the founder of Village Family. Tell me about what you see every month when you have your distribution sites.
What I see the demand for our services increasing, continuing the legacy of our ancestors. I never thought that I would see so many seniors in need. The children in line. People will stand in line during extreme weather, whether it's raining, whether it's extreme heat, whether it's extreme cold, because there's a need. The state of the economy is really impacting the need for food. I know that I've been to the meetings, I've been to the conferences. They said that we're doing a great job to meet the needs, food security, but there's still my line, the calls. I'm still receiving the calls. Mm-hmm. I'm still seeing the people in the line. So there's still a need for us to meet the need of those and hunger.
I know every February you have your gift card giveaway over at the Berkeley Shopping Center, and I recall seeing so many seniors and kids in line. A lot of different weather conditions, as you mentioned. Is that what made you really want to take on this initiative to help feed the community?
Yes, shout out to former Councilwoman Danica Royster for making the call, and to the E. Palmer supermarket. When we first did it, it was humbling to see folks standing in line since 5 a.m. to get the chance of getting a $100 gift card, to see the mothers running because it's over and they have 3 kids in tow. And so even with $25,000 in gift cards that we did, I still ended up going back to the counter, buying more, because we didn't want anyone who showed up to walk away with nothing. And it was at that point, since we had done that for 4 years, that we decided we need to get engaged. We need to do more. We need to find agencies and partner with them. The food bank was absolutely thrilled when we said, we want to throw a fundraiser for you. You can show up. We're going to give you the money. And so, yes, it was that event that kind of prompted all of this.
I know we had a story recently that was talking about the empty shelves at the food bank, and I'm sure you're seeing the same thing because, like you said, the resources are going down. I guess, what do you hope people walk away from this event feeling, and then what is your goal, the money that you'd like to raise?
We would like to raise $50,000 or more. But the goal really is to feed families. There are 200,000 families right here in Hampton Roads. If we could raise enough money, because the dollar with the food bank and with these sister agencies, they go longer. If we could raise enough money to help lessen that gap, it will be a great event. And so I think we're going to do it. We have great sponsors. We have a wonderful volunteer board. Shout out to our newest volunteer members, Eva Fernandez with Merrill Lynch and the fabulous Linda Brandon with Berkshire Hathaway. We have a wonderful board, and they are doing their best to engage and to fire up everyone who is going to attend to make sure we raise money. But again, it's just we want to show people that this is a continuing conversation. It's just not a one-night event. This is something that we have to do over and over again to feed those right here, our neighbors.
Yeah. I think that this is a great initiative, a great partnership. Who better to do it than you?
Oh, thank you.
Yes, it's good to have law on your side.
I have court today, but yes. But
so, I guess what are you looking forward to with this new partnership?
I'm looking to be able to feed more families. Like the goal is to partner with the best organizations and businesses so that we can bring forth the best resources to those who come to us in need. And so that's why we are partnered with, so that we can keep our doors open, because we were literally about to shut our doors because the funding is not there. So when the funding is not there, we can no longer provide the food for those in need. And so it hurts us, but more important, it hurts the community.
I mean, and that empty plate is
nothing creepier than an empty plate.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, ladies, so much. Anything else you want people to know at home? I know you're accepting donations always. Where can I donate to Village Family?
You can learn more and always visit our website and make donations at www.villagefamilyoutreach.net.
And then for creepier than a cause?
You can purchase tickets, donate. You can pass through your donations to her. We don't care. MaureenCommunityFoundation.org.
Thank you, ladies, so much for joining me. I think you did a wonderful job.
All right. Thank you so much. See you at Creepy for a Cause.
Welcome back to Mark Your Calendar. I'm your host, Kiahnna Patterson. And all month long here on Mark Your Calendar, we're highlighting different events to promote domestic violence awareness. As we know, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And throughout the month, we're going to be talking about different events. Well, this week is the Domestic Violence Awareness Walk hosted by the Newport News Police Department. It is on Wednesday at 5 o'clock at City Center in Newport News. Last week was the Domestic Violence Summit. And next week on October 29th is the South Precinct Town Hall. I was able to talk with Dr. Cheryl Chavers, who's the domestic violence specialist over at the police department, ahead of all of the different initiatives. Take a listen.
Violence walk is extremely important to show our community that we're united in the front to bring awareness to domestic violence. We have family members who have lost loved ones who attend the walk, and we want them to know that their family members are not forgotten. And then we want survivors in our community to know that we are going to galvanize together to bring awareness to this issue so that we can have the resources needed in order to break the cycle of domestic violence and bring the resources to those who need it, who are trying to flee from these dangerous situations.
I know you have this every year, and I feel like every year it gets bigger and bigger, but that just shows that the need is so great. So many families are affected by this. I guess, what would you like people to do in addition to coming to this walk every year?
I do believe that everyone in your circle of influence, you can promote healthy relationships. Domestic violence is preventable. And so once we know what the red flags are, once we are aware of the resources in the community to be able to help someone, we can prevent domestic violence. And so I'm really excited. We will have Evan Ambrose from the Newport News Commonwealth Attorney's Office. He's going to share about the Newport News Domestic Violence Fatality Review Team findings. And so, unfortunately, there's this task force that comes together. They review the various domestic related homicides that have taken place in Newport News. And then we find out recommendations. What were some things that possibly could have been done to prevent it? And then we try to implement those measures.
Wow, that I had no idea that there was a task force for that. Is that new or has that always been around?
It's been around, but we've just recently revamped it because of COVID. It did, get pushed to the side, but now we are back. And it's a multidisciplinary team. So we have representatives from the various organizations coming together at the table, talking about looking at these cases and then seeing, what gaps were there that maybe could have been filled to help save a life. And with this information, maybe we can save someone else's life.
I know Gina Dobson is one of the speakers as well. What do you hope people take away from her message?
Gina Dobson is an actress and an author and a survivor, and she is an ambassador for domestic violence awareness, and her story is so compelling. People need to hear what she has to share so that they too can be inspired and go forward in their circle of influence to bring awareness to this issue, to get some resources together so that we can save lives who are affected by domestic violence.
I had an opportunity to interview her earlier this year, so I'm really interested in hearing what she has to say in front of everyone. So this weekend is the awareness walk. The entire month you guys are collecting donations. I guess walk me through what are some of the donations that you need to help survivors of a toxic relationship?
So annually, we have a domestic violence drive that runs throughout the entire month of October. The City of Newport News has been more than generous. We have citizens come together and they donate items like diapers, like towels, toothpaste, also batteries, commonplace items that for a survivor can mean independence, can mean liberty, can mean their opportunity to not have to worry about those little things as they seek to get to safety. So we're really excited and we hope that the community can be generous once again to be able to give to these items.
I saw a lot of people bringing donations to the Domestic Violence Summit last week when you brought together all different entities from the Commonwealth Attorney's Office to Transitions, Family Violence Services, who offers emergency shelter there. What were your thoughts with the summit? Why was it important to take that approach this year with bringing all of these different entities, including the Latino community as well?
It's really important to have everyone at the table. This is not an issue that just impacts law enforcement or just impacts, civic organizations. It impacts all of us. So everyone has to be at the table. So we had law enforcement as a part of the panel, the Commonwealth Attorney's Office, we had survivor Nisha Himes, we had faith-based representatives, Hispanic community, all coming together to say, what are some of the barriers that people are facing? And then what are some of the strategies that we can utilize to be able to give hope to people who need it the most?
And speaking of hope, you guys are taking another approach with the South Precinct Town Hall. That's next Wednesday. Tell me what that is and why you want people to come out.
So the South Precinct Town Hall is an opportunity to really zero in on the downtown area of Newport News and how domestic violence impacts that particular community. And so we're going to be sharing some of the stats as it relates to how domestic violence impacts that neighborhood and bringing awareness to this issue. I'll be talking about the red flags, what people can do who are impacted by domestic violence, and what family members and neighbors can do in order to bring more awareness to this issue.
I really appreciate the work that you're doing over there at Newport News Police Department as the specialist there. I think that more police departments need this position. So I really like the approach that you're taking, the commitment that you show to survivors in our community.
Absolutely. I firmly believe that just because it hasn't happened to me doesn't mean it shouldn't matter to me. And this issue matters. To have people in my community who are suffering in silence, who go home and live in a prison-like situation in their family relationships, it shouldn't be that way. And I am responsible as a community member to do my part to bring awareness to this issue.
And there are so many ways that you can do that through the work that you're doing. So thank you so much, Dr. Shavers. I appreciate you.
Thank you so very much for having me.
Welcome back to Mark Your Calendar. It is homecoming weekend for not one, not two, but three different colleges in our area. That includes Hampton University, Old Dominion University, and Norfolk State University. They're all celebrating all of the alumni. And this Friday and Saturday, there is an alumni festival. It's set to happen at Waterside District, and it opens its doors to celebrate college grads. It's called Alumni Fest. I was able to talk with one of the co-founders, James Richardson.
Last year, we realized that the event was so popular that we just simply decided that we wanted to expand it from a one-day event to a two-day event. And so that was kind of led us down this road of saying, let's figure it out and make sure that we could have not just an event on a Friday starting homecoming, but a way of just after the game to come back together. More people are still coming in town, and we'll be able to just have more people in one space together celebrating Alumni Fest.
I've heard such good things about last year's Alumni Festival. A lot of people like have rave reviews. So I think it's like you guys are listening to them and saying, hey, let's add another day. That's awesome. So on Friday, what is happening during the day? I know you said that there was an entrepreneurship after education panel.
That's right. So our entrepreneurship after education panel, we started that in our first year. And what we've done is we've invited different entrepreneurs from Norfolk State back to, and also in the local community, because we do have a couple of folks that are on the panel that work in for different corporations in the local area. And what they're doing is sharing their experiences about entrepreneurship, what it takes to be successful, and the things that people can do to, if they're going to go down this path, some of the things that they should look for, and some of the rewards also that come along with the path.
What is Alumni Fest? I know that you said it's not just for NSU grads, even though that panel does have primarily NSU grads.
That's right. Alumni Fest is a multi-generational celebration of going to college and graduating and going on with your life. It's a big homecoming event. That's what we just, when we were talking about this, how can we bring multi-generational folks together from all ages under one roof? And so when you stop and think about Waterside District, there are 5 different venues inside of Waterside District. A lot of people don't know that, but there are 5 different venues. And within those 5 different venues, we're able to host a different genre of music over here that caters to a different demographic. You go into this other venue and you'll hear some music that'll cater to, you know, R&B and hip hop from the 90s. And then you go over here and you'll hear the most current music in another area in PBR. So we're able to bring people together under one roof and celebrate the fact that you've gone to college, you've graduated, you've come back to celebrate with friends and family. So that's what really Alumni Fest is.
When you say you can have different genres and different parts, I know that you guys have some really big names coming on both Friday and Saturday. So tell me about what you were thinking when you said, hey, let's book Lloyd, Ashanti, New Impressions. Like, we want to make sure that everybody is represented.
That's right. So that's why we set it up the way we did. We started with the panel on Friday, and then Friday evening, we had New Impressions, one of the hottest go-go bands in the DMV area performing. And then after that, we have Lloyd. So again, we're catering to those different, whenever you went to school, somebody is going to be here that was hot or performing live, or there's some great artists and some great talent that we're going to have, and then we have some great DJs as well. And then on Saturday, we have, of course, Ashanti coming. And then we recently booked Fabulous as well to kind of cater to those of you that were in school in the, not only in the 90s, the latter part of the 90s, but into those 2000s as well. So it's kind of fun for me to watch. I'm a little older. So it kind of caters to all of those generations. And that's what I'm excited about Alumni Fest, because I feel like I'm at home inside of the event.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know that that is the after party after all of the games and everything. I know there are three
On
games on
Saturday.
Saturday. Yes, yes.
There's a lot going on with a lot of different homecomings. You got ODU, Norfolk State, and Hampton, so we're hoping that everybody goes to their homecoming games on Saturday and then come and hang out with us at Alumni Fest on Saturday night.
Very good. Do you know how many people you guys are trying to get? Like, is there like a number? Will it sell out? Things like that?
Our goal is always to sell out, but we want people that want to be there, and it's really just kind of a great event. The weather is going to be amazing this weekend, so we're really excited about that. We got indoor patio. I mean, we got the outdoor patios where the performances will be held. So we would like to get as many people as we can in the facilities. Like I said, we're really looking forward to everything that's going to be happening and the way that we got this lineup set.
Will there be food options and drinks as well inside?
Questions. Yes, I love it. That's what's so fun about the Waterside District, because we have 5 different restaurants that are activated, food trucks as well. I could list them if you want, but there are some great food options right there on site, from Stripers to Blue Moon, to Guy's Ferries, pizza, tacos. It's really, like I said, one-stop shop. You come here, you want to be outside on the patio, you can sit outside on the patio and eat and listen to music and party. If you want to be inside and you want to be around the bars, it's almost like a bar crawl. There's several different bars throughout the whole venue. So you get everything within the spot, and we got some great sponsors as well that are helping us out with this event.
All right. So Alumni Fest is this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Anything else you want people to know at home on why they should buy a ticket?
Yeah, this is a multi-generational event. So that means this event caters to whatever age, whatever lifestyle that you have. This is for you. If you went to Norfolk State, if you went to ODU, if you went to Hampton, or whatever college you went to, maybe maybe the school that you went to is not celebrating their homecoming this weekend. Still, come out and hang out with us, because it's going to be a great time.